Thanks for tuning in to Ed Tie to Listen, special rant edition. First and foremost, as of this recording, it is Thursday. God save the Queen. Hopefully, now King Charles will do whatever he wants now that Mother's gone. So, God save the Queen. So, if you haven't looked at the description of this podcast, this is basically my rant or semi review of the starting of this journey that I'm going on right now. I am, I guess, looking for a partner as in a wife overseas. Going through agency, foreign affairs. They've been doing, you know, quote unquote mail order brides for quite a long time. Uh, I guess that's the easier way to put it, but it's not, The reason why it's called that because back in the day, you just look up in a magazine, call it in, and, have a sit down with their agency and look at a picture and boom, you know, there she is, mail order bride. But it's a lot different now. We have internet. You actually you can actually go over there, meet them, date them, and then what have you, what what that. So, um, why I'm doing this? Well, um, if you like me, have nothing but red pill and MGTOW all over your YouTube channel, you would know. If not, I'll try to summarize what that is. Basically, it states, you know, uh, Matrix, red pill, guys are waking up that some of these women don't aren't really what they see. Like I said, I'm just taking short version of it, and I wouldn't say I've been in the dating pool long. It's just you know what dating pool is there, you know. Uh, you know, I spent the first 8 years of adult life. Um, I say adult life when I considered that for me, anyways, when you move out. I mean, I know there's people who, you know, dated, while in high school. I don't count that. I really don't. I really count dating when you're really on your own. So for me, that was 19 when I went in the Air Force, and I've been in the Air Force for 8 years. So yeah, I could have dated then, but at the same time, you don't know where you're gonna go. You just don't. You could be on base for 3 years, get orders, and you're gone. And then if you're in a relationship, of like, what can you do? Do you? I want to. I like you, and then like, hey, I'm going over here. I'm like, if you want to come with me, I guess we have to get married. So you know, so I didn't really do that route. Wasn't that many, you know, I, I don't want to say great looking females, you know, but I, I just didn't want to date within the military. I just didn't. So got out, went to Arizona, and that's when I pretty much started using dating sites. I mean, I used dating sites during the Air Force, try to see what's what. Nothing. But when I got to Arizona, yeah, it just seems like there's no love for black folks. I mean, back then it was either OK Cupid or Plenty of Fish, and majority. I mean, this was before they flipped the script and decided to go, Tinder. The way of Tinder. I'll get in that later. So, you know, like I said, there wasn't really much love for the brothers in Arizona. I mean, a lot of them says, uh, won't date black guy, won't date black, won't date black, any race but black. So it kind of hurt in a way. Um, so there was nothing there in Arizona, and when I finally moved back up here, um, I've gone on a date and a half. One met through OkCupid. This was, after they did away with their desktop website, and now it's pretty much all app, and it's pretty much like Tinder, which is stupid. So, matched with some girl on there. I don't remember the year. Uh, we went on an ice cream date. Wasn't a second one. We were talking prior to that. Seemed okay, and then date came, you know, and then all of a sudden, was no connection there. I'm like, okay. Second one, like I said, it's more of a half. So I've been on 1.5 date. That half one was I met her on POF. Uh, she invited me to the place she was, living at, which was her aunt's place. So she was living with her aunt. We played Mortal Kombat for a while. She asked the questions. I can't remember if I asked some questions. And all of a sudden, little awkward silence for, I don't know, 5 seconds. And she said, "You want to have sex?" I'm like, well, wasn't my intention to get laid, but what guy will not turn down sex? And then only reason why that didn't go further was at the time I was looking to move to Plymouth Maple Grove area. She lived in St. Paul. The job I was working at was FedEx, so long hours. There's no way I was going to visit her in St. Paul, especially after I pulled 12 hours or 10 to 12 hours, especially during peak season. Like, I'm only probably gonna only see you once a week, and that's it. And yeah, so that's that. And then here we are. Um, it's like where do you meet people? Honestly, um, I wouldn't say I'm not a social person. I'm a social person. It's just I'm not put in social situations. And when I'm being put in social situations, it's not exactly the place where you go around and say, "Hey, are you single? You want to hook up or, not hook up, but let's start a serious relationship." It's not doesn't really happen. I don't really go into those type. There's not really situations where everybody's single and looking. Yes, there are speed dating rounds, but that I don't know. You know, ever since COVID hits, people real. I want to say uptight, but close to being uptight about that. I know it probably died down a little, but now you are dealing with the red pill and make toe. Going back to that. You know, uh, so how do you? Would I like to go local? Yes, it'll make things so much easier. However, now You look into statistics and everything like that. Um, it just doesn't really work out for the guys. I know Matt says uh, he doesn't believe in marriage. Um, that's him. This is me. So yeah, and so now I am looking at foreign affairs, which is loveme.com. They also put out the documentary Love Me, kind of showcasing a couple of guys going on a group tour in Ukraine. But so this is kind of a semi beginning review of it and what I think of it so far. I was going to do a video, but I wanted to get this out. I didn't really think I should do a video, just put it out there and just put it on this, just because I want to talk this out, and it's been on my mind, and I just want to lay it down. So at first, you register for free. You know, put in information. Put up a picture, whatever, and you kind of decide on what section of the word you really want to meet your potential future wife. Uh, some of the tours that they go to is Colombia, Ukraine, Russia, Costa Rica, Venezuela, or no, not Venezuela. Um, Let me start over because there won't be edit in here. It's just I'm just gonna put it uncut and everything just being in it. So let me start over. The biggest tours that they go to is Ukraine, Russia, Colombia. Two of them, which is Medellin and I can't think of the other one, but it's two spots in Colombia. Philippines, which is two of them. Davao, Davao, or Cebu, and China. Uh, Now, of those four, it was real. I mean, it was pretty much a process of elimination. Uh, Ukraine being the biggest one. If you look at their profiles, yeah, they are gorgeous. All the Ukrainian, Russian girls there are pretty gorgeous. I'm talking model quality. Now, they're obviously most of these pictures of the Ukrainians uh, are studio, so they do have makeup on them. They are wearing makeup, but still, the only reason why I'm not doing that, Ukraine again, it's pretty much It's the language barrier, and yeah, it's pretty much the language barrier for that. And I hate to say it, now it's probably a bad time to do Ukraine because obviously the war's going on, and you really don't know if they're just trying to get out get out of Dodge right now. So I know there is that stipulation. They're just trying to get a green card. Well, that's going to be in the back of your mind no matter what. You know, whatever in the back of your mind, everybody else's mind, your family. That's gonna be in the back of your mind. So let's get that out of the way. But pretty much now, I mean, if this was 8 years ago, obviously that's still in the back of your mind. However, it's pretty much the language barrier, and yeah. Next up would be China. Again, if I was 60 or 50, I would have no problem to go to China because they look good, still look good after, in their 40s, 50s. So if I was in my 50s or 60 and I didn't want kids, yeah, I'll definitely go with the older. older women because yeah, my God, they look good. Not only that, I probably want to go China. China is some of their profile profession just seems a little odd. I mean, I'm not looking to be, become captain, you know, and hey, you want to come over to first world? I mean, trust me, China's no third world. At least the place where you're going for the tour is. Some of these ladies' jobs are, pretty up there. So, uh, I'm not saying I don't want. I want to be the breadwinner. I don't want to sound, man. I hate to, you know, you become my wife and all of a sudden we get an argument over money because you have a better profession and you came over here and start earning a lot more than I do. Maybe it might come off that way, but it just seems a little, odd. I don't know what I'm saying for that. But again, obviously, all of them is going to be a language barrier, no matter where you go. So that's pretty much China's out there not doing China unless nothing comes fruition and by the time I hit 50, then I'll try it again and I'll just go to China. Next up, where pretty much all the brothers are going is the Colombian women, South America, because they got it going on. They do. They are that gorgeous. The Colombians over there. It was pretty much a toss up between Colombia or the Philippines. Um, I would go Colombia. It's a lot closer. Um, you know, if she wanted to go back down, visit her family. It's boom. It's within a day. You know, especially here for Minnesota, on the we're on the same time zone, and I mapped it out. It's what was it, like an 8 hour flight, I think, or not straight, but I think it could be, I think a 12 hour all day thing. It's been a while since I mapped it out. The reason why I'm doing that, not doing Colombia, is once again language barrier, and two, I've seen a couple videos that saying they were kind of old. It was hard to tell, but they don't want to leave Colombia. I haven't really seen any videos where you know Colombians are coming over here to get married, except for the 90 day fiance, TLC, TV show. Other than that, I haven't seen legitimate, you know, videos of Colombians living here. Um, a lot of expats living there with their Colombian wives, but as far as the other way around, yeah, it doesn't seem like they want to leave Colombia, which is why, like I said, process elimination. I'm going Philippines. Now, I probably would. Reason why Philippines, one, I mean, all of them are pretty much family oriented, especially in Colombians, but same thing with Philippines. Philippines, it's an English speaking country. Um, you know, um, they're fit. You know, um, I like them short, so yeah. So I mean, a lot of them on the website. I mean, there's occasional 5'7", but the average I've seen is about 5'2", 5'3", as far as height goes. So that's fine with me. I like them short. Um, I mean, I'm an average height guy. I'm about the lowest of 5'11" out there that you can get. I mean, I'm not at 5'11", but it's like, uh, right, you know, one notch above, 5'11". That being said, I like them short, so that's awesome. Uh, so a little bit about the website and my gripe against it. It's pretty expensive for the guy. Obviously, it's free for the women. I think I jumped the gun. Well, I'll get into that later. Um, so right now it's free. Just obviously free registration and everything like that. Like pretty much all dating websites are free. Platinum membership is initially is $95, and then 29.95 a month every month. Now that initial plus the monthly payment goes towards your tour, whether it's the group tour or individual tour. Individual tours are about 800, um, which includes um, not airfare, obviously, but it includes hotel, um, free services from the agency, and you get up to 21 introductions, um, which is three per day. And those introductions are about 15 minutes each. And if you, within those 15 minutes, you want to go on a date with the girl, you can go on a date with the girl. Um, you know, Chat it up and everything like that. And you never know what happens. Now, the group tour, that's when the prices get a little ridiculous. Um, it, there's three different uh, time lengths that you go on these group tours. First one is 7 days, 6 nights. Next one is 10 days, and the next one is 14 days. Within those days, you are two group night socials, which is what was it, Friday and Saturday. Um, you know, because obviously you get there on Thursday. That's when your day starts. It's and then Friday is the night out social where it's all the guys within that came with you, uh, and it's pretty much I think they said about 20 guys, and they said about 100 girls, 100 to 20 per night social. Uh, you know, so there's social events, eating, table hopping, everything like that, dancing, what have you, and you do it again the following night with a different different set. And within those, prior to that, you can go, unlimited introductions. I think there's group dates within that week or 2 weeks or week and a half. Sorry, there's like something in my nose right now. I'm gonna pause it right now. Okay, I'm back. Jeez, freaking cats at this gas place. So yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, social, the group tours and everything like that. But this is where the price gets a little ridiculous. Uh, the 7 day tour is at 2,995. The 10 day is 31.95, and the 14 is 36.95. Yeah, uh, that's a lot. Um, to digest. It really is, because, like I said, airfare is not included. Um, Honestly, for 20 guys that's going to this. is a lot. Um, but now I'm looking at this. Um, I mean, really looking at the schedule, it just seems like you only do so many because I think for the guys that's doing 7, 10, and 14, you're all going to the same social, uh, night social, and then obviously some are breaking out early, or hey, I'm only here for 7 days. Oh, I'm here for 14. Oh, yeah, lucky you. I mean, obviously, I don't know if he gets two night socials, or maybe he does, maybe he does. I don't know. But still, if he didn't, because if you're there on an individual tour and you want to do the night social that costs you 400 just to do one, but if you do individual, they'll give you like a coupon for $100 off. But still, it's not that expensive in Philippines as far as the currency. Uh, I just don't see a 6 night hotel costing $1,000. I think I plugged it in one time and it came out to be 200. So yeah, honestly, I think you're just paying that amount of money for uh, you know the the CEO and all his cohorts, working everywhere around the and these one, two, four, how many countries? They have offices a lot in a lot of countries, but yeah, and paying for food for 2 nights can't be that much, especially in the Philippines. It can't be that much. Only doing it, 2 nights per quarter, it seems, uh, in two different cities. So it's a lot. It really is. Because now I'm looking at next year where I kind of want to go, and they raised the price. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, it seems like they raised the price a lot. Um, yeah, yeah. So they raised it by 400. Nice. That's that's awesome. Oh, cool. That's bullshit. It really does. That price really deteriorate you from not doing the group tour and just try to do the individual one. But you see the videos of, oh, it's better to do the group tour. You have a lot more chances of finding one. Well, I've seen the videos. I mean, yeah, sure, it looks fun, but however, you know, you know, I'm not looking for one that has kids. Obviously, I have a age range where I want them to be at, and it just seems like it's very, I want to say slim pickings, but it's hard to tell. Like I said, it's kind of hard to tell with a video, but from what I can tell, it's very slim. Sure, it will be fun, but that's a lot. I mean, hey, it that's a good vacation. I mean, you can look at like that. Like, hey, I went on a vacation. I chatted with literally hundreds of girls. Went on dates with a dozen of them. You know, and yeah, I mean, you could look at it like that, or you could look at It's like, oh fuck, I don't know if I want to spend this amount of money to find a wife. I feel you. I'm with you right there. Um, Earlier I said I was gonna another harp on is the letters. You can write letters to the girls, and obviously it costs money to send and receive. When I earlier I said I think I jumped the gun. I'm not looking to go there this year. I'm looking to go next year. Um, I'm going because I pulled in the hot list. Not my term. It's theirs. You can actually save them to a list, and it's literally labeled hot list. So when I was scrolling through the Philippines between Cebu and Davao, uh, pretty much Cebu uh, had more options, at least for me. So I'm just gonna go to Cebu, deal with that. Cebu is more city girls living in the city, being closer to job versus Davao. I think it's more province, uh, but still, uh, Cebu took it just on numbers that made it to my hot list. So the next Cebu tour is in January. I don't know how much I would save up until then. I mean, I was kind of looking for, beginning of second quarter of the year, which would be May. Uh, so it's either I go in January or May, or I wait until August. Now, I don't like heat, so I don't know what the weather would be like in August. I could imagine it would be 100-degree weather. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 100-degree ish weather in May. So, I mean, ideally, I would like to go in May. But if money says, hey, man, you could go in January and it's not sold out, hey, I'm going to January. But still, back to the letters. So the letters is $7.95 to send and $7.95 to read, and that builds up. I already put $150 in just credited alone, and like I said, I think I jumped the gun on one of like I really like just on pictures alone. I think I just she was very cute. She's 23. Uh, I think she was 5 foot. So yeah, 5 foot nothing. And I think I just wow, like holy shit, she's number one. If I go there, hopefully she's still single when I get there. She's gonna be the first person I talk to. Like I said, I think I jumped the gun on sending her a letter. She wrote me back, but when she wrote me back, she wrote 3 letters at a time. Like she replied to the first one. Uh, I want to say, hold on, let me look. Give me a moment. So yeah, I sent the first one. She came back maybe 4 hours later, and then that was the first mentioned letter she wrote, and then 20 minutes later she sent another one. An hour later she sent another one. So yeah, I had to pay 8 bucks pretty much to read each one of those. And then I sent her another letter. That was 8 bucks. Again, then she sent 3 more. First letter, response, and then 10 minutes later, 40 minutes later, um, or wait, yeah, or hold on, I'm sorry. So yeah, the first one response was like 4 hours later, 4 or 5 hours later. Then sent another one to me 20 minutes later and an hour later. And then I didn't respond to him because I think I was too fucking tired that day. And she sent me a letter, say, I didn't receive a letter from you. What, what's going on? And I'm like, okay, sent her a letter. I'm like, no, I didn't tell her why. I just answered that. And then she replied, one, two, and three more letters. Almost. First two are pretty much 20 minutes apart, 20, 30 minutes apart, and then the third one is an hour apart from the second one. And I sent her a letter, say, hey, you know, blah blah blah, and then the final part was, hey, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but it does cost me to send and receive. It's going to you know it, you know I'm sorry. It's costing me to send and receive letters. So I'm probably gonna paste this out lettering over until we meet. That was last night or 2 nights ago. Lo and behold, again she sends 3 letters. Um, Obviously, the time difference is big. Like it's 13 hour. They're 13 hours ahead. Yeah. Um, so I get one today at 1:30. I get another one from her at 2:14, and another one at 2:55. I haven't read these yet. Again, these are 7.49 a pop just to read. Uh, so yeah, it's like I said. I think I jumped the gun a lot. Um, and it's ridiculous because it's hard to know who. I mean, if this is a scam, it's a scam coming from the agency than the women. Because yeah, that's a lot. I mean, even the president CEO, hey, don't go crazy on the letters because it's gonna add up. Hey, no doubt. Because if you've seen the documentary, there's a guy who got pretty much catfished from all the letters he sent for, I think he said 10 grand in letters alone. Yeah. Uh, I'm not that crazy to do that. If I'm going to spend 10 grand, I might as well just go over there, right? Because just, I mean, I don't know how much the plane ticket's going to cost, and, next year, or you never know. Because the only reason why I'm not going this year is, well, as you know, I might go to that hentai expo in you know Texas in December. I mean, obviously, it's not going to cost 4 grand to go there, but you know, at least I won't want to go there before I head somewhere else. So, like, I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun so much. I just want see what this goes about. What was about to go on, right? Yeah, and they have this form, the Amber form, that because you can't put in your contact information without doing this form, and the form itself can cost up to $400 per woman. Now, at first, I thought it was just yeah, that's fine. You can put. I can give you my contact information, whatever. Like a weird waiver type thing. Say, hey, here's this. I didn't know it was part of the K1 visa, you know setup type thing. They had one of those process they had to pay for. You know, at first when I read fully what this was, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money to get. you know, a phone number. And it's ridiculous because OK Cupid, they have a passport thing where you can go, you know, and talk to girls, from around the world. And you don't need to, do a Amber form for that or anything. I mean, shit. They literally have their WhatsApp number on their profile. So that's kind of weird that you can't put your contact information on here. That they're asking, don't do it because we're gonna delete it and what have you. It's like, what the, what the fuck? It's like, so. I mean, honestly, I would like to call him. Maybe I'll call him tomorrow and say, hey, what makes you different from these dating sites, you know that you don't have to, where they can literally put their WhatsApp number in their profile and it's them. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can come back. Well, you might get catfished and everything like that. I'm like, well, maybe, but obviously, if they're gonna ask for money, I'm not gonna send it. I mean, you yourself and your many many links on your website say, hey, they're asking for money. It's a bit of a red flag. Well, yeah, it is, but I mean you get that here. I mean, it's obviously, hey, join my Snap, and all of a sudden, join my OnlyFans. I'm like, oh, I'll go fuck yourself. I mean, you're just honestly looking for followers, so you can just build that up. I mean, here, at least you have a better chance of them being serious because it's an actual agency, a marriage agency that's bringing people together. So I don't know why I can't just, get your contact information where I'm not paying, you know, laying down 100 and so much money just to say, one worded answers or whatnot. She hasn't been giving me one worded answers like for now, but it is kind of ridiculous that she's sending 3 letters at a time during those in between times. It's a little weird. Uh, it. I told her, and she's still sending 3 letters. So I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and open these 3 and see what it says, and then it's just wait out a couple weeks and then see what happens. Clear if she's real, I'm pretty sure she's gonna keep sending letters and what have you, and I'll I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna see where it goes. This might be, I might be Barry White, and she's, if you know that song, it's like, hey, that's who knew. First one I laid my eyes on. Holy shit. I'm not gonna say she's the one, but if you see her, I think I'm gonna say now. Hopefully, if I do bring her over here and she's my wife, I hate to say it. Maybe I'll edit it out. No, I won't. I won't even see it. But if you see her, I'm like, oh, I can see why you chose her as your number one. If you do see us, if I do choose her, I'll let you guys know, obviously. Um, and then, because I am bringing her to our world of conventions, some anime conventions. She has at least to go one. Uh, I'll leave it at that. But so yeah, that is my rant. If you have made it to this point, thank you listening to this. Um, like I said, I need to lay this down, and also I need to get it out on the podcast because I still want that reward. Uh, but I'm still trying to get that reward for the podcast, and I kind of need to do this because anyway. So maybe in, let's see, it's So maybe October, maybe November, December, I'll get another update um, to see what's happening. I might shoot another letter to somebody else. If they come back with 3 letters, obviously something's up. Something's very up. I don't, you know, anything like that. So that's that. I'm going to put this out right now. As soon as I hit stop, save as MP3, but I'm rattling off too much time. So once again, thanks for listening. Um, Reason why we're not recording an actual episode is for some Matt took on a new job, and they have him working Sundays. The last 2 Sundays, so that's why we haven't been live. That's why you're hearing me rant about getting married, trying to find a wife actually. Um, and yeah, so who knows? Um, I don't know what his days off are. I mean, if he's working Sunday, I would have to guess he's worked his days off are Fridays and Saturdays. Uh, if if that's a continuous thing that he said he's trying to get Sundays off. Um, I don't know how long that'll take. Um, I mean, if he's off this Sunday, that might be a problem because you know, football season starts tonight. Uh, Bills versus Rams. Um, I'm not pulling for any one of them, but everybody's saying this might be the Super Bowl preview with Bills winning. But that's here nor there. But like I said, Sunday, got to see if tickets are still available because Packers are coming to town, and it's you know they got the Vikings pretty much got the afternoon time slot, America's game of the week, depending on where you live. So obviously, I don't know who's the other people playing around that time, but as far as the Midwest goes, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, maybe North and South Dakota, you're gonna get the Vikings versus the Packers. So hopefully the tickets aren't that expensive and they're pretty good seats. I might be going there. Uh, Luckily, it's an afternoon game, and yeah, and I have to get up fucking early because the guy I'm driving with has to start at fucking 7:30. Goddamn morning. Yeah, it sucks. But hey, yeah, that's life. Uh, yeah. So once again, thanks for listening. Hopefully, Matt will be back at some point. Maybe we might have to go to record on Saturdays. Might be a thing. But once again, thanks for listening. Until next time.